Hey everybody, JP back here for another episode of RV Talk with JP. If you had a kitchen that looked like this and you had a laundry room plus a full walk-in closet, could you live in a fifth wheel? Well, let me show you the 2025 Sandpiper 3800RK. This is an amazing floor plan and one of the most livable floor plans that I've seen on the market. So without further ado, guys, let's go check it out. Let me show you some of the amazing features that Sandpiper has to offer. All right, walking into this fifth wheel, the first thing you're gonna notice is this full laundry room with a separate washer and dryer. This room is very, very spacious and it comes with a ton of really good storage options. Take a look, and everything in this unit is gonna be soft close. Walking out of your laundry room, this is where your mid-living area is. You have these really nice Thomas Paine recliners here. And then you've got these beautiful picture windows facing out into your campsite. I think that is an amazing option because windows on the other side of the unit, they're nice to have, but you're gonna keep your blinds closed most of the time because those are gonna be facing your neighbors. So I really like these large picture windows. These are also double pane windows. Now that is an option, and we order all of our Sandpiper fifth wheels up here in Canada with those double pane windows. Next to the recliners, you have this really cool little desk area here, and this could be awesome if you're, say, working remotely. You need a mobile office space. You've got lots of drawers here, and you even have this little wireless charging port here as well. And then moving on from that, we're going to touch on the kitchen in a second, but across from the recliners, you have this nice sofa here, and this actually turns into a double bed. This is a tri-fold sleeper sofa. Again, more windows. These are the ones you're probably going to keep the blackout shades closed. I should touch on that really quick. You do have these really nice pull-down blackout shades. And then you've got your entertainment area. This is where you have a really nice size fireplace here that does produce heat, your JBL stereo system, and a 50-inch smart TV. All right, now let's touch on one of the main selling features of this Sandpiper 3800RK, and that's what the Sandpiper calls their chef's kitchen. Now what this comes with, you've got full solid surface countertops throughout. You've got a ton of prep space in here. They give you this stainless steel farm style sink with a residential faucet. You've also got a really good size oven here. Let's take a quick look at that. You can definitely do maybe a little bit of baking in there. You've also got a 3-burner cooktop, and then you've got this 30-inch Furrion microwave. That is just a ton of space in here, guys. You look at how much cabinet space you've got in here. Like, all of these cabinets are super, super deep. You've got tons of places to put food, dishes, everything like that. And everything in here, like I mentioned earlier, is soft close. And then last but certainly not least, another really great selling feature for this kitchen is the 16 cubic foot 12-volt refrigerator. Let's open this up so you guys can have a good look at just how big this fridge is. Oh, let's get both doors open. There we go. Look at how big this fridge is. This is definitely a residential size refrigerator. And then you also get two, not one, you get two freezer drawers in here. So, you know, you've just got so many options. I think this is one of the nicest kitchens that you are gonna see in a fifth wheel. Now, one thing this does lack, you might have noticed this earlier, it does not have your traditional dinette area. They've opted for one of these kind of bar areas with 3 high chairs. Now, to me, this doesn't seem like a huge deal. Like, how many people really use their dinette all that often? I think a bar area like this is useful. You can still entertain. You can still sit here, watch the TV from this seat over here. If you want to play cards, you can have people over. You know, more and more of these fifth wheels are moving away from the traditional dinette, and to me, it's not a bad option. I think they've opted for things like this work desk because lots of people are working on the road. You've got some more other seating options. So let me know in the comments if you think that some of these fifth wheels should be going back to a traditional dinette. To me, not a deal breaker at all, but let me know what you guys think. Now let's go check out some of the amazing features at the front of this fifth wheel. All right, now we're walking into the master bedroom. The first thing you're gonna notice is this huge bank of dresser drawers. This fifth wheel here, like a common theme that you're gonna see is they've got a ton of storage options. They really design these with the full-time RVer in mind. Now let's take a quick look at the bed here. This is a 72 by 80 king bed. It is a really big bed, and they give you a decent memory foam mattress here, not one of those kind of cheap little foam mattresses where you can feel the board underneath you. And then they give you charging ports on either side of the bed. You got 110 outlets, you've got USBs on either side with these little kind of nightstand area, somewhere where you can put your phone at night if you're charging it. One thing I feel like they could do a bit better in this fifth wheel is giving you more options beside the bed, because a lot of people nowadays are using CPAP machines, they're putting, you know, their drinks beside them, things like that. And that's something that is kind of lacking in this model. So maybe that's something that Sandpiper could look at in the future. All right, moving through the bedroom, we enter the master bathroom, and I think this is really, really nicely laid out. You've got his and her sinks. If me and my wife were looking at living in a fifth wheel, that would be a must-have for us. I think that's a great option in these bigger fifth wheels. You also have this really cool accent lighting around the mirror, makes everything look really premium. And then let's take a look at this massive shower in here. This is a really, really good size shower. They even give you this little teak sitting area. If you have mobility issues, you need to sit down while you shower, you have that option. And then you've got this really nice porcelain toilet in a great position, I might say. You know, it's not a cheap plastic toilet they put in here. It is a Dometic porcelain toilet. And now for what I feel is the best feature of this fifth wheel. We have a full walk-in master closet. Look at how much hanging space you have in here. Just a ton of room to put things. If you're full-timing, part-timing, whatever you're doing, this is going to be enough storage room for all of your clothes and belongings. You also have this King Wi-Fi extender slash you can also have your own Wi-Fi network for the trailer if you live in the States. It does not work up here in Canada, unfortunately, but it does work as a Wi-Fi extender as well. So guys, that has been the inside tour of this Sandpiper 3800RK. Let's go take a quick peek outside and show you some of the great features outside of this fifth wheel. All right, let's start with the passenger side of this fifth wheel. You do have prep on all of these Sandpipers for side view and backup cameras. And then moving to the storage compartment, it isn't a drop frame, but look at how much storage you have in here. You actually have 2 doors. You get a little outside refrigerator here as well, and then they do supply you with this Suburban cooktop that you can mount to the outside as well. Something we didn't talk about going into the unit were these MORryde steps. Now, MORryde steps are nothing new in the RV industry, but something that's kind of cool. The last couple years, let's open this door up so we can have a look. These are actually strut assisted. So if you lift these up, they're actually weightless, right? So if you have a kid or somebody, maybe an older person lifting these stairs, it's not going to drop on them if they accidentally let go, right? So I think that the zero gravity steps there are an awesome feature that I think almost every fifth wheel should be using at this point. Another thing, let's take a step back. I don't really have room where this fifth wheel is positioned, but you do have 2 awnings. So you've got your main awning here, and then you've got a second awning that comes off of your living room slide as well. I should also point out these are all the heavy slides on these Sandpipers are going to be rack and pin slides, which are the most robust slide system in the industry. They do use cable slides on your bed and wardrobe slides, excuse me, I can't even talk today. But you know, for the main slides that have all the weight, they are going to be rack and pin, which I think is a great option. All of these walls too, Sandpiper's known for this. They're all vacuum bonded laminated sidewalls. So they're not pinch rolled walls. They're all vacuum bonded, which is the best lamination process that you can do. So if you do get a leak or you miss a seal, you know, the vacuum bonded walls are going to hold up a lot better than your pinch rolled sidewalls. So if you're looking at a fifth wheel today, definitely ask the dealer whether the walls are pinch rolled or vacuum bonded. Let's take a quick look underneath this motorhome as well. They do what's called RVer. So all of the it is a fully enclosed underbelly, and what they do is they actually have these 4x8 sheets of corrugated plastic that you can actually unscrew and drop them down. And what this allows, if somebody needs to come and do a repair on your fifth wheel, they don't have to cut into the underbelly. They can just unscrew these panels and do the repairs necessary, and they can put the sheets back. And you know what? It looks exactly like factory. There's not going to be any cut marks or any problems there. They don't have to take the whole underbelly off. So I think that's great. I think more and more manufacturers are starting to adopt this, and I think that is a great feature. All right, let's go take a look on the driver's side of this fifth wheel. All right, coming down the driver's side of this fifth wheel, the first thing I'm going to point out is all of these Sandpiper fifth wheels come with a 60,000 BTU hot water on demand system. Now that is becoming more of a standard feature on a lot of these more premium fifth wheel models instead of having a 6, 8, or 10 gallon hot water tank. This is the other side of the storage that we've already looked at, but there are a couple of features here I want to point out. This does have your Lippert 4-point auto level system. The controls are right there. You also have your solar controller, and all of these Sandpipers do come standard with one 200-watt solar panel. There's obviously a lot of real estate on the roof if you want to add some more solar panels. It does come with one battery as well, one AGM battery, and you of course can upgrade to lithium. You could really make this thing an off-grid fifth wheel if you wanted to, but I think most people buying something of this size are probably going to be full hookup camping. Moving past that, you've got your furnace ducts here. It does have a 40,000 BTU furnace on board. This is the venting for your dryer in the laundry room. Of course, this does have 2 AC standard with the option for a third AC as well. So it does have a 50 amp power connection. We did order this with the optional slide toppers. I think that is a great thing to order from factory. It's a little bit cheaper than getting a dealership to put them on. So we order all of our fifth wheels here at O'Connor RV with the slide toppers. And this is the cable slide, as I mentioned. So this is your bed slide. The cable slides for a light, smaller slide like that, I don't feel like it's a problem. Where I find it's a problem is on a deep, heavy slide like this one here, where the couch is beside the kitchen. And of course, again, you're going to see the rack and pin slides. Let's quickly touch on the tires and axles. You do get 16-inch Goodyear endurance tires, really high quality tires on here. You also have 7,000 pound axles. You've got the yeah, I mean, you're not going to have a problem with the axles. They're really oversized for a fifth wheel like this. There's the leg for the Lippert auto level system we talked about a bit earlier. So yeah, this thing has a ton of good features. I really love this layout. I think this is one of the most perfect layouts if it's just a couple that's planning to full-time in a fifth wheel. If you're making that a lifestyle choice, I think this is a great option. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Sandpiper 3800RK. We'll see you for the next video. Take care, guys.